the genesis of the company, when I first kicked it off, I felt this pressure to have legitimacy in the marketplace. So I took everything. I mean, I took a lot of things that were either related to or perhaps tangential to what I did. So, for example, in the first year and a half of the company, I took on a outplacement coaching engagement. Now, I am fully qualified to do outplacement coaching, but what I realized was I spend a lot of my charitable time investing in a ministry that is career-oriented and jobs-focused and helps people that are unemployed and underemployed. I love it as my avocation. I don't need it as my vocation. And
that's big.
And that was probably a big learning for me early on is, okay, when I have even though if it pays a bill or if it's money, at that time anyway, it was more about establishing, credibility and a cadence of running a business. But in hindsight, some of those early engagements I wouldn't take today because they're not core to what I do. I love being a leadership coach, working with C-suite folks, working with probably that notch below, that sort of VP and soon to be VP level. I love that. I took on my youngest client this past year, who is 29.
Oh, wow.
Turned 30 while we were together, and just incredibly bright young man who his company, it's a tech company, and his company decided they wanted to invest in executive coaching. And I learned so much working with this demographic because normally my suite of services is reserved for the late 30s to probably upper 50s, maybe going into 60s range of age. And this guy was mature beyond his years, but also is a high potential leader in his organization, and his company asked me to spend some time with him. And it was just, that unlock for me over this last year and a half has been particularly meaningful because I'm thinking 10 years from now, people like men and women like him are going to be running a lot of things. And what it opened up in my mind was this could be a very interesting path to continue to invest in. So I tend to focus more on leadership advisory work. I tend to focus more on one-on-one executive coaching. And then there are some sort of group, what I would call executive facilitation type sessions that I will do if I get brought into an organization where, whether it's reflection questions, whether it's helping people think through in a very safe harbor type of environment, the questions and the topics that nobody else either wants to talk about or they've just struggled with having alignment on. Those are fun engagements as well. So that's really where I'm spending most of my time now.